Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to discuss about reports in Microsoft Access 2010. First of all, what is a report? It is simply a way to display the data in your database from a table or a query in a professional and appealing manner. The reports are generally designed to be printed, so you can create a basic report with the default settings, or you can create your own custom layouts depending upon your requirement. Now let's create a simple report, and for this I will select the product table. Now click on Create tab, and from the Reports group of buttons, click on Report Tool. This is the simplest way of creating a report because here there is no input required, and depending upon the object, that is the table or query that you selected for creating the report, it is automatically created by Microsoft Access. By default, it opens in the layout view, and you can change the views by clicking on the view button and then selecting the appropriate option. We can modify the layout and appearance in the design view too, but the layout view is the most recommended one because here you can see the content and the layout resembles the actual printout which you will get finally. Now let's analyze the different sections of this report. At the top, we have page header. It contains the title which appears at the top of each page of information that you print. Then we have the detail lines. These are the lines that are printed for each record. It contains the data from the fields which you selected. However, in this case, we did not select any fields. It was automatically taken up from the table that we had selected. The tables or the queries from which the data has been taken out are also known as the report's record source. Now let's do a little bit of formatting, and for this we need to select the objects from the report. Now, first of all, I would like to select the header for each column. So I will select product number, and then I can go to the Format tab under the Report Layout Tools, and from here I can do all sort of formatting that is normally possible with any MS Office application. So let me make it bold, and then I want a different color for the text, so I will select this color for the heading, and then similarly I can select the other column and do all the formattings that I want. If you want to select the complete row at once, you can go to the Arrange tab, and from there in the Rows and Columns group of buttons, you can click on Select Row option. Now again go to the Format tab, and you can decide the same formatting which has to be applied on all the selected columns from that row. Now, in case you want to resize a particular column, you can click to select the one of the cells from that row and press the Shift key and hold it, and then use the left arrow or right arrow to decrease or increase the width of the selected column. If you want to select a different cell using the keys, then you need to press the Tab key, and we can similarly resize the columns. In case you want to select all the detail lines, you can do so by going to the Arrange tab and then clicking on the Select Layout option from Rows and Columns group. Now you can drag the data at appropriate position that you want. As you can see in this report, the last cell where the total value is displayed is not resized properly. So in order to resize it, you can press and hold the Shift key, and if you want to increase the size, you can use the down arrow along with that, and if you want to decrease the height, you can use the up arrow. So let me try with the down arrow. The same things can be done with the help of the mouse also. So move the pointer to the edge of the cell and then drag it inwards or outwards to resize it as per your requirement. Now let me move the page number to a different position. Now I want to move the data to a different position. So again I will select the complete layout and then I will drag it towards the center. Now I want to make all the headers aligned centrally. So I will select the complete row and then I will go to the Format tab and select the center alignment. Now let's see what is the page size and how we can change the print settings. So for this we go to the Page Setup tab and then we click on the Size button from Page Size group. And here you can see the default size selected is A4. So depending upon your requirement, you can select appropriate paper size that you want. Now you can select the margins that you want. If you want a normal margin with these settings as listed here, you can click on this, and if you want a different setting, you can again do that. Now, in order to change the orientation, you can simply click on the appropriate orientation button. In this case, I want it to be portrait only, so I will not change the orientation. And now let's go to the Design tab and see if there are some more things that can be added to the report. You have a lot of controls available in the Controls group which can be added to the report, and you can decide the events to be performed with the help of these controls. Let's see the header and footer section. From here, you can add all the things that you want to add to your report. However, in this case, we have most of the things already inserted. But in case you want to add some more things, you can select them from here. Let's save the report. And you can see the report appears in the navigation pane. Now let's see how it will appear on a paper. For this, we go to the Views group of buttons and from there click on the down arrow for View button and then select Report View. This is how it will appear on the paper. In order to have it printed, you can simply press the Ctrl and P buttons together, or you can right click on the report and then select Print option. For now, let's see the print preview. We will have the page number displayed at the bottom. On the top, we will have the report header or the page header, and then we will have the detail lines. In order to close the preview, you can click on Close Print Preview. There are a few options which you will definitely like to try. For example, from the data group of buttons, you can choose to export the report in the form of an Excel file, that is a workbook, or a text file, that is a notepad file, or you can export it in the form of a PDF. There are several other options. Now let's close the print preview and let's close the report also. Now let's create another report using the blank report option. For this, again we go to the reports group and we click on blank report. You have another option, that is report design. The blank report or the report design, they both will create the blank reports, but the difference is that in case of the report design, you will have it open in the design view for editing. For now, let's click on blank report so that it opens in the layout view. And now you can see we have the list of tables from this database, and we can click on the plus symbol to expand and see the fields available for adding. Now let's try to add some field from customer table. We click and drag it to the report area. Now if you want, you can take some fields from different table. Let's try to insert some field from product table. I will try to insert the product name from here. So click and drag it to the report area. Now as you can see, it is asking for the relationship. Whenever you want to have the fields from multiple tables, you have to make sure that they have some relationship. That means they should have some common field or some criteria to join the records. For now, I will just cancel it. I will go to the order table, and from here I will select order number. Let's place it in the report detail lines area, and you can see we are able to add it, because in the order table we have customer ID, on the basis of which we can relate both the tables. Now if you want, you can have the page numbers added. So for this we click on page numbers from header and footer. Now select the format, that is if you want only the page number to be displayed like page 1, page 2 and so on, or you want to have it displayed in the format page 1 of 2 or 2 of 2 and so on. Moreover, you can decide the position where you want the page number to appear. We generally want the page number to appear at the bottom of the page, that is footer area. From here you can select the alignment. For now, let's select the left option. Click on OK and you can see that the page number is appearing at the left. Now let's insert the title. For this, we click on the title button. I will name it as blank report. Press the enter key. Let's go and resize the fields. For this, I will select the customer name column and then press and hold the shift key and use the right arrow to expand the column. Similarly, we will select the order number and this time I will decrease the width of the order number column. Now I want to display the data center aligned, so I will keep it selected and will select the center alignment option from the format tab. Now let's select the header. For this, I go to the arrange tab and from here I will select the select row option. Then again go to the format tab and select the format that you want. You can increase the font size also. So let's have it 14 and then we can have it centrally aligned. Now let's go to the design view. Now click on the themes button and select the appropriate theme that suits your requirement. And if you are not satisfied with that, you can definitely go for changing the color scheme or the color combination. Similarly, you can choose the fonts. Now let's close the field list and see how the report will appear finally. For this, we click on the view button and select the print preview option. Let's close the print preview and let's save this report, and for this we click on save button or you can press the Ctrl and S keys together. Now click on OK. Let's close this report. Now let's create a report using the report wizard, and for this we click on the report wizard button. This opens the report wizard dialog box and from here you can select the table on the basis of which you want to create the report. I have selected the student details table and I will select the fields which I want to take the records for. So I will double click on the fields to be added, and similarly you can add as many fields as you want. For now I want to display only 4 fields, so I have selected them. Now click on next. From here, if you want, you can specify the grouping level criteria. For example, you can have the data grouped on the basis of the class or on the basis of the fee, because in case of class also we have multiple records having the same class, and for the fee also we have multiple records of students paying the same amount of fee. But for now I want to keep it simple, so I will leave it as it is and click on next. Now from here you can select the field and the sorting criteria for displaying the records in a specific order. For example, we can have the data sorted on the basis of the roll number and that too in descending order. Now click on next. From here you can choose the layout. The tabular layout is the best one because it presents the data in a table form which is easy to read. However, you can try the different layouts available, and depending upon the number of fields that you have, you can select appropriate orientation. You can also choose to select the option for automatically adjusting the field width so that all the fields can be accommodated on the same page. Now click on next. Now let's save it with a different name and click on finish. As you can see, we have the report generated automatically with the help of the report wizard. Now you can still do all the things that we practiced with the different report types. Now click on close to close the print preview. Let's see the report view. Now press Ctrl and S keys to save the report and then close the report. Thank you for watching.